Bitcoin looks ready for higher targets, and in today's video guys I will be sharing with you guys my intraday long trading idea on Bitcoin, but I'm also going to share with you guys my swing long trigger that I need in order to long Bitcoin back towards brand new all-time highs. And also in today's video guys I'm going to discuss Ethereum because many people think that it's over for Ethereum, but in today's video I will share with you guys what trigger I need in order to also hop back into a swing long on Ethereum. I hope you guys can all remember last week where I told you guys that this move towards the upside would get retraced on Bitcoin, and indeed we saw a distribution over here taking place, resulting into a flush to the downside, taking out the liquidity beneath the low over here. Now, why did I tell you that this move would get retraced? Because this move over here took place over the weekend. Now, how does this carry relevancy to the current price action on Bitcoin? What we can see is that Bitcoin over here saw a move to the downside, and this move to the downside, guys, once again took place over the weekend, meaning that the high over here is containing a lot of weekend liquidity. I have a rule which says that you can't trust moves that take place over the weekend or during bank holidays. So this is my main draw on liquidity short term for Bitcoin. I do really expect this draw on liquidity to get taken out today, tomorrow, or at least somewhere this week. Now, what many of you guys are questioning before we move to the swing long idea on Bitcoin is how are we going to execute a long to profit from a potential move towards this draw on liquidity? Because if we simply blindly long the price of Bitcoin over here with our stop loss over here targeting this liquidity, the RR is really shit. Even if we use this low over here, the RR is not the kind of RR that we are seeking for. So what I'm always doing is I'm using my intraday system on Bitcoin. What does this mean? It means that in between the hours 12 right over here and in between the hour 15 right over here, according to the Brighter data dashboard, we can see that 36.8% of the time we form the first pivot for the New York session during hour 12, 24.4% of the time during hour 13, and 23.3% of the time during hour 14, which means that I would say around 60, 75%, 78% of the time Bitcoin forms the first pivot in between hour 12 and in between hour 14. I'm always waiting for Bitcoin to trade towards this time period over here, and once this time period over here starts, this is where I'm slowly becoming interested to potentially trade Bitcoin. I'm always waiting for a strong pivot to form, aka a strong low over here, followed by a break of structure back towards the upside over here. But I'm also waiting for Bitcoin to form a new session high after hour 15 has started. Because if this is the case over here and we form a new session high, then that confirms that this low is very likely going to hold for the remainder of the session. Now, if we get a scenario like this, I'm going to long Bitcoin over here with my invalidation over here. And then, guys, did you know that Keton is one of the oldest trading ports? Speaking of trading, make sure to like and subscribe to not miss out on any of my trading related updates. I'm indeed going to target that buy-side liquidity that was formed around the weekend right over here. That is going to be my first target and already offers a nice RR of 1.63. But my main target, guys, as I said, is this draw liquidity over here, because we can see that we formed a lot of lower highs that are containing a lot of liquidity on Bitcoin. Now, I'm always picking the first high out of those because I never ever want to be greedy. So this is my main objective after that weekend liquidity, and that offers a beautiful RR of 6.51. Now, to show you guys the strength of this timing period, last week this is exactly how I executed my short. As you can see, in between hour 12 and in between hour 15, we formed a strong session high, we got a move to the downside, we formed a strong pivot over here, a strong new low, and that was my trade to start looking for shorts upon the pullback. So I waited for the sweep of the buy-side liquidity into my entry, and eventually the price of Bitcoin was seeking for sell-side liquidity, offering me a beautiful RR of 3.78. And now the question that many people have been asking me, Yip, when are we going to trade back towards new all-time highs? And I'll quickly explain to you guys when I will be seeking for brand new swing long positions on the price of Bitcoin. What we first need to do is determine the range, and we can see that we have the range low right over here, and then we have our range high right over here for the price of Bitcoin. Now we can see that so far the price of Bitcoin has once again been rejecting the range low area. Now that is a sign of weakness, but I'm still anticipating a potential deviation over here to take place for Bitcoin, because we have been consolidating so long beneath the range low. I feel like market makers are accumulating new buy positions over here, and they need to get rid of those buy positions first. Now they can get rid of those buy positions at new all-time highs because there's a lot of liquidity resting right there. So that is my main objective for the price of Bitcoin. How are we going to trade this? And how are we going to get a bullish trigger in order to trade this back towards new all-time highs? Because that's the question that most of you guys are wondering. Now, it is very, very simple to me. Because over here, the price of Bitcoin has been forming a very significant high. Why is this such a significant high? Because the high over here has been bringing us to a lower low over here, compared to this low that brought us to that high, and therefore this high is a significant high to break. Now this significant high to break also exactly aligns with the range low area, which means that if the price of Bitcoin is going to get a push above that significant high over here, and also going to get a push back above the range low, that is my bullish trigger to finally start looking for swing longs again on Bitcoin. In that case, I'm looking for a long position over here with my invalidation over here, targeting brand new all-time highs over here for the price of Bitcoin, offering a beautiful RR of 2.59, because the price of Bitcoin has been sweeping a lot of sell liquidity over here. So if we can now get a valid and high probability break of structure over here in confluence with that reclaim of this range low area, we have ourselves a beautiful bullish trigger on the price of Bitcoin, and I'm expecting the price of Bitcoin to trade back towards new all-time highs and beyond. A brand new update video, which means also a brand new giveaway. In today's video, I'm once again giving away a 1-month free membership to what I think, and that is just my opinion, is the most authentic trading community in the trading space, Tribe Capital. Now, in order to win this 1 month of free membership, all that you need to do to participate in this giveaway is comment down below the word Bitcoin, and I will reveal the winner to this giveaway tomorrow on both my Twitter channel, you can find a link in the description down below, but also through a YouTube community post. Many of you want to know what my intraday trading idea is for Ethereum, and guys, to be fair, I'm not looking for shorts over here after the price of Ethereum has taken out so much liquidity that was resting beneath all of the lows over here, and also it has been filling that 50% weak fill level over here for the price of Ethereum. I already told you guys that this 50% weak fill level was gonna get filled, and now the price of Ethereum is finding its way back up. But why am I not looking for intraday longs? Because guys, look at this, the trend is still simply so strongly towards the downside. Why would I blindly be looking for longs in Ethereum if the trend is still down? I've told you guys, we always want to trade with the trend. Now that means that in order to be interested again for longs in Ethereum, I simply need a break of this high. Because if this high is going to break, we are going to break a very, very significant high, and we are going to see a very, very significant break of structure on Ethereum. Because in that case, this high carries so much significance, because also this low over here that brought us to that high carries a lot of significance. Now how so? If we zoom into that low right over here, we can see that that low swept major liquidity beneath the low over here. Now if a low sweeps liquidity, then brings us to a significant high, because that high brings us to a lower low. This low carries a lot of significance as well, and now that adds a lot of significance to this high to break. Also we can see, and this is very, very interesting to me and is strengthening my thesis on Ethereum, is that we were seeing a slow grind to the upside right over here for Ethereum, resulting into an aggressive flush to the downside. If the price of Ethereum can now trade back above this high, this low becomes a significant low to hold. So if we are going to break above this high over here and also above this high over here, I do strongly believe that we have a confirmed bottom on Ethereum. And in that case, guys, and this is in my opinion the most interesting and underrated part of this idea, is if we extend this resistance area to the left, what can we see? That this area is also the range low of this major range that Ethereum has been trading in for such a long period of time already, almost 1.5 years. So if the price of Ethereum is indeed from this current area, and yes, we can still see a sweep of this low, I don't really mind. But if we are indeed going to get a bullish move over here and break above this high and also break above this high, I will be looking for major swing longs on Ethereum upon a confirmed break of structure with my invalidation over here. First off, targeting this range high over here, but eventually, and that already offset RR of 5, eventually guys, this is going to be the bottom for Ethereum that in my opinion is going to send Ethereum straight towards $7,500, and this offers a major RR of 13.74. Let's see if just like last week I'm once again going to be right on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and if we indeed will go for that weekend liquidity pool and maybe even higher targets this week. Patiently wait for the triggers to develop themselves. If you guys want to check out our other YouTube video, you can find it right over here where I discuss the current state of prop firms and how I think and how I believe that prop firms are lying to you guys.